Welcome to this week's micro lesson. We're happy to be filming again back at our store in Rhode Island. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of ornamentation that you can do with your left hand. Many of you are playing through the Hal Leonard books that have the easy play chord system, which is great. But the chords that are there are the chords that need to be in the song. Now, for you, that might be enough, and that's absolutely fine. But there are some students that wonder, are there other chords in these songs, or there's a big space in between this chord, and I'd like to put something there. Is there a way of going about that? Can I put a chord in the middle of a section to make it sound maybe a little bit more harmonic? A couple ways of looking at this. We could spend a long time talking about it. I'm just going to teach you one today called a chord walk down, and it's a way of getting from a high chord to a low chord, even if there are not chords in the middle. I'll give you an example of a song where we can walk from a high chord to a low chord just using the notes in between. I'm going to do it on the piano, and then I'm going to do it on the organ. I hope you like it. Something that we referenced in the introduction was the fact that you can transition from one chord to another using a little bit of ornamentation. You can slide from one chord to another, or sometimes they'll call this a chord walk down. And I thought that this would be a great opportunity to show you how this works, how you can incorporate it into your song, whether it's actually in the sheet music that you're going to be playing or not. I chose, funny enough, the song called Walk Right In, Sit Right Down. I know that it was done by many groups, but I believe it was the Rooftop Sisters is the version that I'm familiar with. If you're not familiar with this song, by name, maybe you'll know it by the way that it sounds. I'm going to play a pretty simplified version here with just a couple block chords, and then I'm going to add a little bit of ornamentation to it, and I think you're going to find that that seems to really lend itself well to making this song sound a bit more professional. Okay, so as we start here, we're going to start in the key of C, and our chord progression goes from C to A. So we have C and A. So I'm going to start here. Up to D, G. Now we can put a couple seventh chords in there to round out the chord. So if I go, that's a seventh, another seventh, another seventh. Now I don't have to do that at all, and that's not necessarily what this lesson is about. This lesson's about what we call a chord walk down. And the main walk down that we're going to be talking about is going from the C down to the A. Now as I move from C to A, I'm passing over a B and a B flat. So I can actually add those in between the C and the A, and we call that a walk down. So what would it go like this? Instead of here, I do this. Almost has a little bit of a Phantom of the Opera feel, although it's in a major key. So again. Now with the walk down. Now I hesitated a little bit there because I think it would sound really good with a walk down in the right hand as well. So instead of a, let's do this. So I walk down in the right, C, B, B flat to A. Added to the left. how about on the organ? How would that be done? Let's take a look. Now what's important on an organ is obviously whether you're using the one finger chord option or not. All of the Lowrys have an option called the easy button. But I'm going to first start out showing you how to play without that in the event that you're playing on an organ that doesn't have one. So we're playing our full chord just like we would on a piano if we didn't have that feature, but not only would we be playing our full chord, but we'd also be playing some bass pedals down there on the floor. Now we walk down our chord in our right hand. In the earlier video, we had the piano. We started out. And the chord went like this. Okay. Now, you'll notice that sounded a little bit hollow on the organ because the organ was missing the bass pedals. So starting with the organ sound and the bass pedals as well. Now what did I do? I played the corresponding pedal of the chord with my foot. These pedals will go over at some point in the future, but I guess a passing glance, they look like a big keyboard that's on the floor that you play with your feet. You have 2 black pedals, you have 3 black pedals, just like you have 2 black keys and 3 black keys. We have our white keys here, and those are the long pedals. And on this particular instrument, there's an octave starting from C and ending on C. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. So now, if I'm doing my walk down, I'd be like that in the left hand, but my left foot would be doing that. So starting up in the right hand. Let's try that again. Now that's very difficult to do. I have the camera set up kind of right in my face right now, so it's a little bit difficult. I wanted you to be able to see the pedals, but it's kind of hard for me to play with both hands using my foot when I have the camera right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the easy button. I'm going to reach up. You're going to have to take my word for it because I don't want to change where I'm located here. So my easy button is on. Now you might have noticed, you know what, you can't really see this from where you're sitting. There's some lights that turned on up here, but they're above where the camera's pointed. But what you'll hear now is a chord with one finger. So if I want to do a walk down and I'm playing a C going to B flat and going to A, that's all I need to play. How cool does that sound? Now, all of that work that I was doing before with my foot and all of my fingers boiled down to one finger. That's all this week, folks. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, don't forget that there are a myriad of ways that you can reach out to us. You can respond to this video on YouTube. If you received an email with this video in it, just respond to the email. You can call our store. Our studio number is 401-277-9800. You can come visit us. We're at 1665 Hartford Avenue in Johnston, Rhode Island. You can email us. Our email address is info@keystofunmusic.com, or you can simply go to our website. It's www.keystofunmusic.com. We are a Lowry organ and Yamaha Clavinova authorized dealer. We're available for any questions that you might have regarding the music or an instrument. We look forward to seeing you soon.